All right, earlier in the show, we were discussing the Notorious, who boldly proclaimed that we're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
Whoa, he's Indian?
I don't
He's
know
a
what accent.
Southern hillbilly?
I don't know what accent that was. But that brings us to our top 5 of the week, which is the top 5 post-fight interviews in the UFC. I'm embarrassed for that accent. Michael Bisping, take it away.
Well, this one happened quite recently. Ben Rothwell went out there, dismantled Matt Mitrione pretty quickly, and afterwards, it was freaky, it was scary, it was dangerous, it was intimidating. I don't know what it was, but look at this guy. Look at this guy. It was like some kind of extra from some kind of movie, I don't know. It was awesome. Number 4, how do you say it without saying it? That's the best way. BJ Penn went out there, knocked out Carolina, screwed the interview. Elvis has left the building. He just ran out of the cage and disappeared. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. He's like, I'm too good for this.
That was cool.
Number 3, Mark Munoz, just happened recently in the Philippines. Had an amazing career. Fought for the first time in his home country of the Philippines and did a very, very touching farewell speech to the Octagon and to the UFC fans. That was an amazing moment in the UFC and certainly for Mr. Mark Munoz. In at number, hold on, there he is putting the gloves on the floor. We're getting a lot of footage of Mark. Number 2, Brock Lesnar. This was awesome. This was awesome. He went out there, he nearly lost Bud Light as a sponsor because he talks about a different brand of beer. He said, I'm going to go home. I might even get on my wife tonight. You know, this was just a truly awesome post-fight interview. The guy's an absolute lunatic. And number 1, you listen, it had to be number 1 because it was fairly squirrely, okay? This guy, he got down on his knees, he said, listen to me, I want the belt, I want this fairly squirrely, and all that good stuff.
Was that a German accent?
No,
No,
I want the belt. I want the belt. He got on his knees
Our
and begged for
accents
the
are
belt for
terrible
crying out
today.
loud.
Our
can't
accents are
talk.
terrible today. Brennan Schaub, you're up. I mean, that's a good list, though. Besides
That's
the
a
German
quality
accent,
list.
that is
we have
amazing
some similarities. That's
Fairly
a quality
squarely.
list. Let's do this. Hit it. Number 5, he's too obvious, so I can't put it at number 1. Number 5, Conor McGregor. We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Yes.
I'm not going to do a bad Kenny Florian voice there, but Conor McGregor, he has lines all day. You could do all of his post-fight interviews. He's so good. At number 4, again, Bisping, we agree on this, my man. Ben Rothwell, for me, it's not that it's so good why I made the list. It's so damn creepy. To me, I was like, what are you doing? So I think with the inspiration of Conor McGregor, we get a lot of guys trying to be marketable, so that's what you get. Number 3, Al Iaquinta. He voiced what every fighter wants to do when you get booed. You want to say something to the crowd. He said exactly what all of us were thinking.
Yeah.
You booing me? You booing me? I'm not going to say what he says, but I think every fighter owes that guy a little pat on the back for that one. At number 2, Nick Diaz. I loved it when he did this. Obviously, Joe Rogan's a close friend of mine. Train by day, podcast by night. I'm a podcaster, so I love this. It's the opening to Joe Rogan's
I had no
show.
idea you did a podcast.
Yeah, right? No idea, man. At number 1, again, Bisping, we got to agree, my man. GSP for the title shot, gets down on his hands and knees. I'm not going to do a bad German accent like Bisping. Give me a title shot, please. I've earned it. Give me a title shot, please, Dana.
I just want to say,
Oh, man.
I am not impressed with your list.
I'm not impressed.
All right. Guys, here's my list, and I should be slapped for not having Rothwell on this top 5. Let me just say that right now. But let's go to my top 5 here. At number 5, I had GSP at number 5. Guys.
wow.
I didn't have him that high. I had him at number 5.
I'm excited
But
to
yeah,
see the next
I love
4.
it. Dana, please, I deserve the next title shot. And I killed it on that one. That's because he's my
was good.
buddy.
You took
He's
that one.
my good buddy. All right, number 4, Nick Diaz. The guy, he's just awesome. Every interview this guy gives and him going off, GSP, where you at? Where you at? You're scared. Where you at? I love a good Nick Diaz. And there's GSP acting like he's all scared. I love it. At number 3, Conor McGregor. This guy, a lot of sound bites for sure. And of course, that famous line, we're not here to take part, we're here to take over. You notice I did not do the Irish accent that time, boys.
Come on,
yeah, you're welcome, everyone. Number 2, Al Iaquinta. I had him high because, like you, I had him at number 2, Brendan.
have
I
to,
thought
man.
it was a great speech. It was very entertaining. I think this made its way around all the sports news sites. Al Iaquinta became famous not for his fight, but for that post-fight interview, which I thought was very, very entertaining. And at number 1, Brock Lesnar at UFC 100, guys, when he beat Frank Mir, said he took the horseshoe out of his I believe was the exact quote, and then went off about various beer brands and how he's going to get on top of his wife. So Brock Lesnar killing it there on that post-fight interview.
Good old-fashioned caveman business there
Yes.
from Mr.
I think
Brock
he's known for
Lesnar.
ripping off promos, right?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
he's known
It
for in
was
the
pretty
WWE,
good.
yeah.
It was pretty good. All right. Coming up next is our social media segment, Rapid Fire. You guys sent in your questions to @UFC_now and #UFC Now to the Count and Big Brown. So find out if your question got selected. I can't wait to see what happens. Stay tuned.